Hello, world. Welcome back to the No Suit Sports Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are your hosts. I go by Chris. That's my boy Spin. And we have a good one. We have a good one today. We are talking a little bit of everything, really. We're going to kick it off, though, with Coach K. Duke, pivotal coach for 40 plus years. Finally, hanging up them cleats, man. Hanging up them basketball shoes, hanging up his tie,
Right.
whatever you want to call it. He's hanging it up, bro. Um, they played their last game. They unfortunately didn't get the win against the rivals North Carolina. What do you think about Coach K legacy and what you think he could do in this tournament and about this last game they just played?
Uh, well, they lost. You know what I mean. So that's never good. But as far as his legacy overall, I think it is what it is. Like you can't mention college basketball or the Olympics without talking about Coach K. So I
For
think
sure.
I think that his basketball legacy is here to stay, and I think that he's going to be a part of basketball history for a very very long time, and somebody that people kind of try to, especially for people who want to be coaches, who try to model their coaching style after kind of their efforts and what they're going to be doing moving forward. So I salute, I respect Coach K, and I think it was a good time to retire too. He's getting up there. Still save yourself some time with life. You've done everything in the sport as far as college is concerned. So I think he should be very happy with what he got accomplished as a basketball coach, especially like I said in the NCAA as well as in the Olympics. So he got to coach some of the greatest. He's one of the greatest, and it's not much you can say, but you know what I mean. A great career, and happy retirement.
For sure.
Just hopefully they can do something in the tournament, to
Oh
really
yeah.
send them off well.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I want him to go out with a chip. I love seeing those type of stories. You know what I mean? Then
Right.
it's gonna turn into a movie, especially if he gonna have a movie anyway. Especially if you win a
More than
chip
likely.
going out. Bro, 42 years. That's a long time to be coaching. 42.
That's a long time to be doing anything. I haven't even lived 42 years, and I feel like I've been alive a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a long time to be doing a profession. So did he
Say,
really save some time for his family? I don't know. I mean, of course, he's still living and everything, but hey, he had a great
true.
one. I want to say he have the most wins as a college head coach ever. Of course,
He
being
42 years.
42 years, you should. If you have anything less, you probably wasn't doing something right, man.
Yeah,
42 years.
yeah.
I want to say that North Carolina game that they say tickets range from like 4,000 to 10,000 to see him go out.
Gots to be crazy.
4,000 to 10,000. I think they had like 80 former players for Duke there and everything. I like the intro. I like how they sent them off, but losing and mind you, folks, it's not North Carolina of old. It's a North Carolina that just lost their long-term coach, Roy Williams, that aren't ranked, trying to, try to get in the tournament, make a push, and losing on the home court. That was, you know how rivalries go, but that was just sad to see.
Mhm.
Um, I wanted to
True.
see Coach K get a couple more championships. I think there was a couple missed. I think he had what five of them.
Hmm.
I think it was two that he really missed, and the team didn't really come together over the years. He's been, what, 8 years, seven to 8 years since he won one. So, like I said, having them win one and going out like that would be cool. But I just wish he got those couple more too. Having seven would have been crazy. But hey, man, congrats to you. You're a legend, and like you said, happy retirement in that thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We wish you all the best. You know what I mean? That's really all we can say. It's nothing bad to say about them. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's always a good way to have a career. You know what I mean? You ain't have, especially now with all the crazy foolishness that people be doing. Good to have somebody that just, you were really good and you never did nothing. Well,
We
I should
hope
probably hope that.
we hope nothing come out crazy. Like what he did. Like, come on,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? So I'm that's always refreshing, especially now
For
because
sure.
it seemed like posts getting crazier and crazier. So to have somebody, you good at your craft, You loved it, and that's what you did. Now you're retiring, and you finna go ahead and ride off to the sunset, hopefully with a chip.
Hopefully with a chip, it will remain to be seen, and we will cover it. We're gonna see if they can pull it off. We're gonna
Next
see.
week's episode. Next
Ooh.
week's episode. Yes, indeed. We getting down to the gritty, man.
Yes, we love to see it, man. Speaking of the gritty, though, we have this combine that took place, NFL combine. You
We
know,
did.
I don't even know. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about the combine first because I don't honestly don't even know what to make of the combine, especially nowadays. But what are your key takeaways from the combine?
My key takeaways from the combine is number one, we need new people to time the 40-yard dash. There's no way you're that far off. You unofficial a man 4.21 and then 4.28, which that's a very big difference in football. It's a huge difference. You 4.26 somebody to a 4.39 or what was
Yeah,
Olave? And
that's what
mind
it
you,
was.
they still flying. I don't have nothing against the players. I'm talking about the people that with the stopwatch. The player that 4.2 anything is flying. 4.3 anything is
You know what I mean?
4.4 is really fast.
Bro, they are flying. And I had that. I want to say, let me check my notes. Yes, it says
10.
no. It says the person who is timing, they need to hang it up. It's time. They need to go join Coach K in retirement, bro. There's no
Bingo.
way. There is no way that should be that far off at all. You know what I'm saying?
You can't
At
be
all.
that far off. Not as a not. I mean, I'm guessing you're a professional. Like somebody's hired you to do it, so you're a professional. You got
I
to.
think
You
I want
got
to say
be
the
better.
coaches do it. Like a coach from somewhere do it.
It's time to go ahead, bro, and figure something else out. But as far as anything other than that, man, people was out there flying. Like they had some really good times. The only problem I have with the combine is one, it is really just a 40-yard dash, and that's what it should be. And two, it blows my mind every year that you can have what you believe to be. I'm talking about the person that sets up the combine, you or the people. You can have what you believe the best quarterbacks, the best running backs, the best receivers, linemen, best football players, D linemen, corners, linemen, linebackers, safeties. You got the best out there, and they never touch the field against each other. Now, this is the other crazy thing. They will tell you if somebody does not participate that they don't want to compete. So you have the best receiver that you telling me this is the best receiver. You telling me this is the best corner. You got them there at the same time during the same week at the same stadium, and they're never there together. That blows my mind. And then if somebody doesn't participate, you say that they don't want to compete. Well, let them compete. Let them compete. Put some one-on-ones out there. And I understand that somebody is going to get injured. Yes. But in the event, when you're running through the drills, if there's another level that you can go to, then you probably, you know what I'm saying? Either you're really, really good or you probably, you know what I mean, not going to make it at the next level anyway. So you are already running full speed in your 40. When you're running these routes, you're running full speed. You're cutting at full speed. The quarterbacks are throwing as hard as they can. I understand the lineman, the D lineman, and the O lineman thing, maybe the linebackers hitting running backs, maybe not. Okay, got it. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing one-on-ones or at least 3-on-3 drills where you have a receiver, a slot, or a tight end and a quarterback versus a nickel, a corner, and a safety. I mean, there's just no reason why that drill shouldn't be done. It's only half the field. You know what I mean? So you got to really worry about people running into each other. You know what I mean? You cut out all the pick routes. But there should be some type of competitive action going on at the combine because really there's no the combine correlates not very well to actual football because you can have an amazing combine. And if you can't play football, you just can't play football. You can have a horrible combine. And if you could play football, you could just play football. It just is what it is. And I just wish that they would let them compete, bro. Y'all got them there. Let them play.
Bro, I love that take. I never, because I'm so used to what the combine is and how we talked about before of how much is just lacking. And it should be just a little highlight. It's like, wow, that man's that fast. We already know he's good. Let's go back and reevaluate his tape and see how that translate on the football field. I never really consider, let's have some competitive drills because it just makes sense. You know what I mean? It just really makes
We
sense.
here.
We are here. Why not? Honestly, though, it probably only benefit, not only, but most of the time benefit the wide receiver just because you know how hard it is one-on-one, especially you have open space and everything. But those generational talents that can just lock up all these good receivers, it's like that man is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Man, they can do something. They can do something because it is. But I mean, you obviously you're gonna have stipulations. You can't no cross routes. You have to stay hash to hash. That's how we used to do it with
for
the
sure.
3-on-3. You got to stay sideline to the head. Like you can't go across field.
What about
There's no
seven on
pick
seven?
routes. 7-on-7. The only reason why I ain't say 7-on-7 because it's a lot of bodies on the field, and
Yeah.
there's high risk of people running into each other.
Yeah.
And then you got all type of. It's too many routes that can be not evaluated, right?
Yeah.
With 3-on-3, it's only 2 routes, so the quarterback can be evaluated because somebody, hopefully somebody gonna win. And then you still have, a defense where you could shut them down. You still got a safety back there. You can evaluate him. But 7-on-7, I think it's too much to evaluate at once, especially when you can't be physical. And it could be the same problem with 3-on-3. But shit, get them out there and try. You got them here.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
here.
You definitely should try it. But like I said, the only thing that I have some type of stipulation about is thinking about somebody that's good in zone coverage. It's gonna be hard to evaluate, a zone corner in a one-on-one situation, and that's not his forte. Granted, he needs to be able to play some man, but it's like
Not even though. Now I know that.
yeah, I
I
feel
mean,
you.
you're not gonna turn into a man corner at any other time either. I know one thing for sure. One thing about corner, you will, and this is, I think, a fact. You will never get better at corner not guarding receivers.
Very true.
You can do as many drills as you want to.
Very true.
You can catch as many balls backpedaling with one hand as you want to, but it don't matter until you go guard a receiver.
Hey, bro, I'm with you. I agree because, like you said, the combine is the 40-yard dash. That's all it is. And then the measurements, like, okay, this man got a crazy vertical. Let's see how that translates. You know what I'm saying? It should be highlighting things. The hand size kind of maybe matter to the quarterback, but the vertical and just the 40-yard dash, that's about it. As far as measurements, 40-yard dash, that's about it. These drills don't matter. If a scout is looking at a drill like, wow, look how that man is cutting, and then move him up their draft board, he shouldn't be no scout, man. Like, you know what I mean? That should not happen,
bro.
That should not happen.
It blows my mind because, like, literally, who you think the best player in the NFL is currently or ever? It really don't even matter how you answer the question. It's gonna fit into what I say.
All right, go ahead. We'll say, let's, for hypothetical reasons, say Brady.
Okay, boom. So tell me about his combine.
Terrible.
The next person you say, if you could just go down the list, like the next, no matter who you said, either they were already good and they performed at the combine, or they were good, they just didn't perform at the combine particularly well. But I ain't never seen nobody that wasn't good and performed at the combine and then became good in the NFL. He was good already.
That's true. Like something could shift in you, but it's going to be more of you building on top of the fundamentals and mechanics that you already have. Like the combine not going to show if, okay, you throwing the ball 60 yards. That don't mean you have accuracy. It's not going to show these different things that really matters. Your ability to judge the defense or read the defense. It's like, that's not going to show anything.
Bro, it don't matter. You want me to tell you why it definitely don't matter? Because strong arm don't equate to good quarterback.
At all.
Now, I'm not saying none of the good quarterbacks have strong arms, but just because you have a strong arm does not make you a good quarterback.
Exactly. It's too many variables, honestly. So I guess they think it's the best they can do, but it's really nonsense because like we'll see and we're gonna stop harping on how bad it is and congratulate some of these players because having I was 9 receivers run sub 4.4, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Y'all should be celebrated. Y'all should be evaluated more because of that. Because that's just not.
Why though?
You said why they
I
should?
took the time. I took the time. This be the crazy thing, right?
What's
So, who do you think was the best receiver in college football, or the best receiver in the draft? You probably say
Ooh,
Olave.
yeah.
What's the dude from Baylor's name?
What's his name?
Bingo. That was the question. That was the answer to the question. So obviously, and no shade to him.
Yeah.
He ain't running. You're a 4-2. You can't hide it. You're not running past anybody on the football field, or else we would know that. You cannot hide a 4-2. Tyreek Hill runs a 4-2. It is impossible to hide it. However fast Deshaun Jackson run, you cannot hide him running that fast.
Yeah.
And Randy Moss, you cannot hide him running that fast. It's impossible, especially at the college level. You remember Percy Harvin, Tavon Austin. You couldn't hide them niggas because they was running so fast. So why should we evaluate him more when Baylor does have an explosive offense? It's not like a offense that don't throw. It's not like Calvin Johnson where, hey, you know what? This guy is really good. He's just an offense that doesn't suit his abilities. This guy runs a 4-2. He's in an offense that is an air raid offense. They throw the ball up and down the field, yet he's running past nobody. Now, I don't know if this guy was injured all year, and he could have been, but I just know that I watch Big 12 football, and I've never heard of him. So I that's why I say, great, you ran fast, but I'm not going to evaluate your football tape anymore because you run fast, because you were running that fast and running past nobody.
That's a great point.
Now, maybe he had a trash quarterback, though.
Yeah,
there's a lot of variables, but
it's factors to it. Like, just to at least take a second look. I feel you. That was a great point you just made. I do feel that, but take a second look at it as a scout, because as a scout, you should already, we love the game, but we're not gonna know every single person. You know what I'm saying? That's doing it. And like you said, we should see 4-2 though. We should see 4-2 on the field somewhere.
Yeah, you can't hide it, bro.
But
I just don't think it correlates. Like, I just see no correlation. The best receivers, the best receivers are not running that fast. I think, with the exception of Chase, I don't think none, and that's if you're gonna put him in your top receivers, which I think you have to. With the exception of him and Hill, like, as far as that, I don't think nobody else even runs a 4-3. Depending on who you're gonna put in there, but I know if we talk historically, I know for sure there's only going to be Randy Moss running that fast. T.O. don't run that fast. Jerry Rice don't run that fast. That's literally no correlation.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say no correlation, but the greats have figured out that that's not what you just, that's not the main thing you need. I need to be able to run these routes, read what I'm doing, being in the open spot, and then building on top of that. So I think maybe it's an aspect that we're giving too much credit for, because that's something that we're saying on the combine. It's like, wow. But at the same time, that don't even equate to football speed, because somebody can fly. And if y'all don't know, it's completely different. Football speed and track speed, completely different.
Way different.
Completely different. So it can't, it might translate, but 9 times out of 10, who knows? They running, we haven't seen these fast people besides the Tyreek Hill and the Chase just be running and can actually play football, like a John Ross. He just run and can actually, like, catch. It's hard.
But I tell you not. Like, the reason why I think is crazy. I think it's one of them things where people just, like, kind of like the KD and the Giannis. Like, since it was cool yesterday, now we just keep on, and it just stays that way because we never think about it. But really, when you think about it, I cannot name you whoever ran the fastest last year, who ran the fastest before that, whoever ran the fastest before that. Like, it had no, like, that person I don't know. If I do know them, I know them because they ran fast, not because they've been doing it on the football field or nothing like that. Because, like I said, you're gonna know he was already that fast because he was running past everybody in college. Like, when we seen Tavon Austin, he was running past everybody in college, so we knew he was fast. And what if that happened in the NFL? I mean, that just has no correlation to it. But we did already know he was fast.
Right.
Now, you can't hide people that are fast like that. It's impossible because they're fast. They're still faster than everybody.
That's a good point, bro. And that almost goes into the point I wanted to make about the quarterbacks being like the it man. That's what I labeled it. Because we have this conversation time and time again. Every combine, every draft class, whatever reason, a quarterback comes in and they could have been doing subpar all year or doing average all year, and all of a sudden they at the top of the draft board from Wyoming, South Dakota State. You know what I mean? Being a 1, 2, or 3
Not
pick.
Wyoming, South Dakota State.
Wyoming, South Dakota State. And then jump and might be taking 1, 2, or 3. And it's like, why are we doing this? We didn't hear anything about them. The numbers say otherwise. It could be somebody like a Mitchell Trubisky who played 1 year at a North Carolina, and it's like, where is this coming from? And I don't understand it. And it almost go hand in hand what they do with these receivers. Like, wow, he runs fast. Let's climb him up the draft board. No, that's not how you do that.
Not how you do that, bro. You're gonna end up in the same situation. You got to get the person. You got to get the reason why I be feeling like the Patriots are always at least solid, bro, because they always just get somebody who can play football. And then, maybe he's not that big, maybe he's not that fast. But for what, like, I always go to Anquan Bolden. Anquan Bolden at the combine, I'm sure is shit. Put him on the field and see what happened.
You can't go.
Anquan Bolden go. Deebo Samuels, put him on the field. I'm sure he wasn't the fastest. He's not the tallest, obviously. But when you put him on the field, what you gonna do? That's how I feel like I feel like people should look at people like that. So I'm on a campaign to abolish the 40-yard dash from football talk. Yeah, he can be that fast, but they don't got nothing to do with what we're doing over here on football. And it's amazing that these guys are that fast. That's amazing speed. I ain't trying to take away from that. I'm just trying to say that it don't have nothing to do with what if we saying that you're a good football player, you cannot tell me the reason you're a good football player is because you run a 4.2. Because that's not a reason to support what you're saying. Although it's a fact, you do run a 4.2, and maybe you are good. But the reason Tyreek Hill is good is because of the work that he put in, and now he's fast as well. He can catch the ball, he can run routes, he can do all that stuff at that speed. But It's not because he's that fast. Now it does help.
Right, it's an accessory. It's a necessity.
Exactly,
and they treat it like it's a main thing when it's really just an accessory. And that really rolls into they have a lot of players opting out of these drills, opting out of these different things. Oh man, I love to see it because the combine, honestly, unless you run it, it can really, running these 4.2s or whatever, it can really hurt you. You can get hurt. You can it's so many things that like what can I do in a drill?
What good come from this?
Exactly. What good come? I could be nervous, missing all these balls in these drill. Like, hold up, you don't have sure hands, bro. Look at my tape. I only dropped 1 pass all year, and I dropped 4 of these, but now I don't have sure hands. It don't make no sense, man.
Man, I'm not going to play with folks at the combine, man. That's why I say it's one of the, like I said, it's a cool thing, and I even watch it. But I'm not saying it's not cool and not to watch it, but I am saying that, all right, bro, this is fun to watch, but this don't have nothing to do with like what they do on the football field. Like it ain't got nothing to do. Remember, Jamar Chase couldn't catch.
Yeah. Oh, what did he lose and stuff? Like, bro, what you talking
How many touchdowns he had?
Too many.
And he caught them all. That's the crazy part.
It makes no sense.
That nigga caught every touchdown.
It don't make no sense, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all really trying to do? So I support the players that's sitting out for whatever reason they're sitting out for, because it's like, if you're a good player, especially if you're a good player and don't have anything to prove, why hurt your draft stock? If you want to run and you think you're gonna impress, okay, because you have to buy into that. But other than that, man, get your measurements, and deuce out on them.
Yeah, do your interviews. I feel like the combine is good, for people who need to interview, character concerns.
I hate that too.
I can see that. Why you hate that?
Interviews, bro. I'm a football player. I don't care what they say about somebody character concern. If you don't have like crazy federal charges, anything, you could be concerned all day long. But if you see me out there putting up 1,800 yards as a receiver, 40 touchdowns, you don't care about that. You don't care about that. You just walk in the line. Oh, we have to interview, bro. You don't care. You're gonna take.
You got it. Yeah, I guess like if it's nothing crazy, if it's nothing that we already all know about,
exactly.
I mean, Then yeah, you're right. I agree with that. Because it don't matter after that. Like, if not like he didn't break a crime or he didn't do a crime.
Yeah.
You just don't like the jokes he make. I
Nah,
don't like
nah,
this guy's sense of humor.
now don't get me wrong. I do support, like, say if the coaches call up or you call different players and they just have concerns about him as a teammate, then okay, that's relating to football.
Right.
But if you telling me about, say whatever, oh man, he's like a passionate players that they try to call, that's rowdy, bro, that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? If you concerned
I
about
do.
that, you know what I'm saying? If you concerned
You
about
gotta have somebody like that.
a dog, you have to have somebody with a dog in it.
Have
They
to.
be trying to play dumb. Like, I hate it.
You have to, bro. When I was a Texans fan, that was the problem. Like, as good as JJ Watt is, he just not a dog. And you gotta have a dog especially on defense. If you don't have a dog, I don't care how talented y'all are. If you don't have a dog, y'all, it's not gonna go right. It's not gonna go the way that you expected it. You gotta have a dog, and that's any sport. Basketball. Well, I ain't gonna say any sport, but the two I watch, basketball and football, you gotta have a dog on your team, or be stupid cold.
I agree, bro. Like, we saw when Seattle had multiple of them. They have a whole nickname, shut down everything. Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor.
I forgot the names of them too, but they Earl Thomas.
Earl, that's what I
your
was
other
looking
boy.
for.
What was your boy name? Brandon
Bobby?
Brown. Y'all had him for a little minute.
Yeah. These are straight, all of them are straight dogs. And it's like when you all coexist like that, we see what happens. So don't act like we don't need dogs. You need that.
Some dog. Yeah, you do need some dog. I agree with that though. That interview process. So the whole combine is really just, for TV.
I about to say
it needs to be jumping to the whole conclusion. Yeah, so the combine's unneeded. We just put it on TV.
They just put it on TV for views and hey, get your money, but man.
But no, we gotta balance it out. The combine was entertaining. The combine was cool to see. One thing I do like seeing at the combine, and I'm not gonna play like I know much about that, but when I see like the offensive linemen getting out there doing they kick drill, because you don't really get to see it in the games.
Yeah.
And then once you see how big they are, once they put 6'6", 305, and you see this man kick out and set, this is amazing. When you see people that big doing stuff like that. But so the people be putting on some athletic displays of freaking genius, bro. It just not a football thing.
It's not, especially because even though you saying, wow, this big guy can really move. If I'm putting a Von Miller that's going to go around and can bend that hoop or can hit you with a quick and you can't move that fast, it don't matter. He
might run through your ass.
Aaron Donald coming straight through you, could go around you. It's like, it just don't translate. You know what I mean? It just don't translate.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to get them a letter or something, man. Like let them do one-on-one. Let them actually block. Like it should be like the Nike. You remember the Nike combines in high school? Like you did have to run a 40, or you didn't have to. You could run a 40, but then you did one-on-ones. The linemen blocked each other. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember. I know I never got hurt, and I'm sure people did get hurt, but I never remember it being. Yeah, it never was a thing where like, dang, somebody got hurt. So I think somebody is gonna get hurt, but I mean, I feel like that's just part of the process. They was gonna get hurt anyway. If you believe in God, that was just a part of it was in their cards, man.
It was gonna happen.
It was gonna happen. Unfortunate to say, but it's just no way to dodge your destiny, baby. If you wasn't gonna play your rookie season, you just wasn't gonna play your rookie season.
Man, look,
can't dodge it.
That's funny. We want to see what happens with it, though. We definitely want to see if they make any adjustments. They probably won't, but we wish all these players luck. We're excited to see where players go.
Oh, yeah.
And, hey, that's that.
We're going to see. One thing for sure, though, we're still going to be doing this podcast, and the podcast is going to be so much better by then. But we're going to see if they had 9 receivers run under 4-4.
Ooh.
So we're going to see, because I ain't saying that I'm right. I just think I am. But for sure, we gonna see this season.
I want to say 6 of them was under 4.35. 6 of them was under 4.35.
We gonna see,
and we gonna see. if that translates to
We gonna
anything.
see. And the crazy thing is, we kind of already know we right because just based on averages. So if it's 6 of them running that fast, unless you think that these are going to be the 6 best receivers in the league, then they definitely can't be top 10 because I don't think Chase going nowhere. I don't think you're gonna have who we say is another
D-Hop.
really good receiver. D Hop ain't going nowhere. Who else? More of the story. It's not that much room in the top 10. And so we gonna see.
And not even adding to the averages, history. History shows us that these fast dudes ain't gonna really do anything. I mean, granted, 4-3-4-4 is what we'll be seeing from a wide receiver anyway, but having 9 run under a 4-4 is kind of crazy. But hey, we're gonna see what they actually do with that speed.
Are they getting faster or are they getting better at running the 40?
I don't know.
Because I ain't seeing nobody run past nobody in real life. And that's that's concerning. We gonna move on, y'all. But I'm just saying, like, are they getting it just popped into my mind. You getting past because
that's a good
you
point.
Gotta run past somebody running the 4-2.
That's a good point. They probably just got the mechanics down. They're working for the combine instead of working on their game for football.
Yeah, man, because I done went against some fast people playing corner, and I ain't gonna lie, I done got ran past before. My cousin Larry, can fly, and I hope he don't be watching, but can fly, and he's actually fast, and you can't hide it. Like he can, and I'm fast, y'all. I'm not slow by any stretch.
Fast, yeah,
he's just way faster than me, and he's gonna run past you. Like you're gonna see it, and so I be trying to figure out how you not running past people running the 4-2. It's just you're not being double covered.
Not every, and you're not getting double covered in college. Every
not, and we don't
play.
know you,
right? Every play,
I don't know. We're gonna look into that, y'all. We don't know by like week 6, week 7 of the season though, for sure.
Oh yeah. When they not on the team, bro, they getting demoted. We definitely gonna know.
Yeah.
But let's jump back into some basketball, man. We have some NBA, you know what I mean? We picked some good games from this weekend. It's getting down to the wire. We having playoff atmosphere type basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We can start with the Bucks and Bulls. Bucks versus Bulls, my man. That was a good game. It really came down to the wire. The Bucks doing Bucks thing. I might have to, backpedal a little bit. But what you think about the Bucks and what you think about the Bulls in this game overall?
Man, you already know what I think about the Bucks because I already done said I think they're going to the chip. But I will give you some credit on that Bulls thing. Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it on here, but we definitely talked about it on the phone. And pretty much I was saying like it's too early, and that the Bulls. I don't think the Bulls are for real. But the Bulls are for real. I think DeMar DeRozan was just a player of the month, and he been doing amazing things. And so I'm like, man, maybe the Bulls are real. They gel well. They play good defense. They seem like a good team. You know what I mean? They remind me of like the Warriors, not in the sense of shooting the ball, but just playing together. They just kind of, they play more inside the 3-point line, and I feel like the Warriors are more outside the 3-point line. But the Bulls look really good. And like I said, the Bucks look like the Bucks, and Giannis look like Giannis. And that's why I said I think Giannis the best player in basketball. Sure. I do. How do you not?
Yeah, man. Hey, relax. I'm gonna start on the tip of the Bucks. They have really been hitting on all cylinders and trying to make a statement coming towards the end of the season. And that's what I love to see from a team. They, won a chip last year. They have their pieces that they want in place. And when you can get consistent play from somebody like a Portis, that center who's shooting lights out from 3, bro, I think a few games ago he had like 8 to 9 threes. And I'm like, how is this possible? When you have a center doing that and have Giannis and have, Drew Holiday and everybody that can open the floor for Giannis, it's bad business, dog. Them boys are nasty. They were down in this game. And I'm watching this game and I'm like, dang, things are starting to click. Niggas starting to come back. Hold up. They, regardless how, it didn't matter how much they were down, they scored 37 points in the fourth quarter to win the game. How do you score 37 in the fourth? How do
Against a
you
good team.
against a good team? The Bulls, I was really disappointed with because I feel like they were showing out. And granted, they still not healthy, and I think that's gonna be their demise, honestly, because coming down this home stretch and not having the pieces that you want like a Caruso and Lonzo Ball, they have to incorporate them back when they're healthy. And it's like I think they
True.
might throw some things off, but I'm disappointed in the aspect of I think the youngest might get to them. I think the lack of even though they gel well, the lack of longevity together might get to them because anytime they facing this, I think all throughout the season. Let me make sure I'm correct on it. All throughout the season, like from the East and West, if you pick any top three team from the East and West, they're 0-13. The Bulls are. So it's like seeing that when
Ooh.
it comes down to it, it's not might be for them. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to play those top teams. This was a crazy
Yeah.
playoff atmosphere, and hey, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to probably.
Yeah.
I don't think it's their time just yet.
It ain't. I agree with you. You know, like you said, the youth gonna play a factor, and then like it's gonna be tough on anybody, and then to play the Bucks because of what you just said, and then it seems like, and this is why I think they're gonna win the championship no matter who they play. Seems like when Giannis changed his mind, or when he just be like, never
Get
mind.
it and
Like
go.
when they played the Suns last
Yeah,
year, Giannis was like, all right, y'all. And it just be because he's not shooting the ball. So, it's a lower percentage when you shoot the ball. But when you nuts in somebody's face, that's 100% every time. There's nothing you can, like, what you going to do about that?
hey,
So I always lean towards if somebody have a dominant, like, big man,
yeah,
and we haven't seen that in a little. Who was the last dominant big man? Probably Dwight.
yeah. You can say the white.
Like I'm talking about to take somebody to a whole championship. People forget Dwight was a monster. He took
Yeah,
somebody to a
oh, for
championship
sure.
through LeBron. And y'all
Yeah,
know I think LeBron the best ever. So
mm-hmm.
Dwight was a beast for that bit of time. So that it's been a minute, and that's what happens though when you get somebody that dominates at that big man position because your percentages go through the roof. So I'm gonna ride with the Bucks, but I do think people need to keep an eye on the Bulls and not do what I did early on and just kind of dismiss them because
yeah.
I think it might just be. I don't even think it's youth. I think it might just be injuries. Now,
That's true.
if they're like the Suns, though, it won't matter because the Suns, the only reason why they won't is because of injuries, but they're always going to be injured, and this is proven by history. So we're gonna see because the Bulls are young, so we don't have too much history to go on. But
Right,
hopefully they get healthy and they be good. I had to go with the Suns though.
man. This man crazy. This
I
man
had
crazy.
to, dude. I had to, bro.
Hey, I'm still hopeful for the Bulls. I really am, but I just think the injuries are gonna take a factor to them, unfortunately. But name of the game is staying healthy as well. But you saying you don't see nobody
True.
stopping the Bucks? I do, and we can move on to our next game. The people that I see stopping the Bucks, the 76ers. We had the 76ers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, who's having an amazing season as well. This was a
Yeah.
high intensity basketball game, but the 76ers ended up on top. The 76ers big three with Maxey, with Embiid, and with Harden. Man, listen, it's the whenever Harden join and having Joel and Embiid both together. I don't know if y'all at home know what meme I'm talking about, but the Jimmy Butler meme about just holding on to the goalpost when they was in the bubble in the finals. We're gonna clip it. That's how people feel with how many free throws Joel Embiid and James Harden shoot together. Hey, you can't be mad at them. It's a part of the game, but it's crazy, bro. Like I want to say the first game that James Harden played. If y'all don't know, I want to say NBA teams average about 19 free throws a game. The team, Joel and Harden had 40. Them two, they doubled what a team would get. So thinking about that aspect, bro, and thinking about how well they are looking together, how well they're feeding off each other, I think the 76ers might go to the chip. I think they
You
might go
got
to
the
the chip.
Sixers?
I think they might go to the chip. Yes, sir. I like it. I like what they're doing.
Sixers, bro.
I like what they're doing in a short period of time. I love it.
I love it too, but they got to play against somebody to get to the chip. I like what the 76ers are doing, but if I have to compare them, and it's going to sound like I don't like them, but I do like what the 76ers are doing, especially you put them together. All them free throws, like that's crazy. And so I love what the 76ers are doing. I just don't think they're going to the chip, but I do think they're a really good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. I wouldn't be like, dang, they came out of nowhere. But I think that, that's tough.
Mm-mm. That ain't tough. Long as they stay healthy, of course. As long as they keep going on the trajectory, I think they're gonna go on and not hit some type of slump. I think they keep figuring each other out and quickly. And that's really all you really can ask from players that James Harden that just got there. And I feel like they match up well with the Bucks. So it's like, who's standing in their way?
The Bucks. I'm trying to figure out you asking. So you're asking the 76ers to do something that you've never seen them do, and asking the Bucks to do something that they always do, or asking the Bucks to not do what they always do. Mm-hmm. So the 76ers always, the players that they have always either are hurt or fall apart in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The Bucks are always where they need to be and always performing. So you think, I don't think so, bro.
Trust the process.
History repeats itself, and that's just how it goes.
I trust the process, bro. I think it's still gonna be 76ers. I'm gonna take them. I might move the Bulls out of my Eastern Conference pick just because of the injuries they have, and barring injuries, you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
But I think regardless of who 76ers play, they go into the finals. No matter who.
So who you got in the Eastern Conference final? Way too early conference final. We can adjust it.
We can adjust it. Since the Bulls come taking out, I love to see, and I got Bucks versus 76ers. Oh, I love to see that. That's like a finals matchup.
I'm gonna go the same. It may be the Nets, but I'm gonna go the same for right now because I like the dominant big man.
Nah, the Nets. I don't think they have a hope.
They got KD.
They do have KD, but they need.
That's enough.
That's true. That is true. But when you have halftime Kyrie, hey, when they have Kyrie, it's like, dang, they flow so well, but then they be, you could tell they out of sync as a team. So that's why it's like I'm off the Nets for the year. I think 76ers and Bucks. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Because they have so much talent.
I run with them too. Who you got in the East? I'm in the West.
I'm gonna stay the same, but they have been getting hurt. The Suns been getting hurt. Give me the Suns. I might take Golden State out, but still, right now, give me Golden State.
So I got the same thing. Well, matter of fact, I'm finna switch. I'm going with Ja. I'm going with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. Now I think it's gonna be Golden State versus the Bucks in the finals. Though, who you got?
76ers, Suns.
All right, bro. How you keep saying the Suns?
If they're healthy, bro, the Suns are crazy. You're saying it like they don't have the best record in the NBA. They have I'm not picking somebody like the Timberwolves. I'm picking the Phoenix Suns, who have the best record in the NBA. And you mad at me?
What was their record last year?
I ain't trying.
Wasn't they the 1 seed last year?
You sound like they didn't make the finals. They was in the finals.
All right. I'm just saying, you've seen this movie before, and you act like you don't know the ending.
We got a part 2 sequel, baby. Sequel.
The same. Y'all go watch Batman. It's an amazing movie, but it is just like the other ones. So you have Batman versus a villain, and in the end, guess what miraculously happened? No matter how good the villain is, no matter how tall the odds are stacked against Batman, would you believe it that Batman comes out on top?
Who's Batman? You
He was
calling
Batman.
Gian?
What you talking about?
You calling Giannis Batman? Is that what you
I'm
saying?
calling the Suns the villain. No matter what they lose.
Look, we'll leave it at that. We're gonna see. These playoffs are coming up, so we gonna see. Oh, we
You
definitely
believe
gonna
it or
see.
not. Y'all do know the last podcast we had, he picked the Suns, and that night, right on cue, Chris Paul was injured. I mean, it was I couldn't have wrote it better than that. Nah, but I do hope they stay healthy because I want to see a good playoff run. I want to see a good final. So selfishly, I definitely hope everybody stay healthy for sure.
That's a good selfish reason, bro. Like I like to see teams at their full potential. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't want to see, okay, this key player hurt, this key player is
Brooklyn.
like, oh, you know, exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But
So we hope.
we hope. Trust the process though.
All right. You gonna learn. You gonna learn. What? Don't worry about it. The good thing about these podcasts is we could go at it, and then it's gonna happen. So somebody, one of us gonna for sure be. It's gonna be a long day.
I ain't worried, my boy. I am not.
It's gonna be
worried.
a long Sunday.
Hey,
for somebody.
For somebody. But listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Appreciate y'all. Catch us every Monday. Check us on your favorite streaming platform, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. Catch us everywhere, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we out.